Wow. Okay, I like this one better. Summer sale, upgrade your stance for the customers.
Offset is the distance from the hub mounting surface to the center line of the wheel.
You guys, you gals, Google just cooked. Let me tell you. Gemini 3 Google AI Studio is unbelievable. It came out probably a couple weeks ago now. I'm a little late on this video. A whole lot of late on this video, actually. But it just came out and they were giving out free credits for the release. And I had a little bit too much fun to use all of my credits in like a day. But here we are now. So I just wanted to make a video. I have a good friend of mine. He has a custom wheels and tire shop. And right now, he doesn't have any type of internet presence. He's an older guy, and his business is just people calling his phone and asking for random things at random times. You know, everyone has a friend for something. Like he's that guy for tires for a lot of different people. And he's getting to a point of his life to where he wants to make everything more organized and concise. And he thinks that starts with the web page. So I told him I'd do it for him. And it's definitely a good opportunity to make a video. Now, if you're interested in trying to use Google AI Studio, with the Gemini 3 Pro. Like I said, if you haven't used it already, those credits still may or may not be active. Those free credits that they were giving out for the release, I'm not sure. But if you're like me and you need more credits, you want to go here and you want to get a new API key, and it'll prompt you about the steps you need to take to make a new API key. So we'll be working mainly with here, Gemini 3 Pro. Nano Banana is cool too. I used that to make a thumbnail on my last video, and I'll actually use it again to make a thumbnail on this video. So today we're just going to get a web page started, and I'm thinking about making this like a continuous series. So we'll get the web page design, and then once I get his actual inventory, we'll come back and we'll add the inventory back to the web page. And then as far as order processing and whatnot, all of the things that happens in the back end, I'm probably going to make a make.com scenario and connect it back to the web page. So this is just part one. This is just the designing part. This is the part I have the most fun with because I'm a designer at heart, right? I mean, in my opinion, Google AI Studio has the best designs out of any LLM that's out there right now. They look the best. They're the sharpest. They're the most aesthetic. Once you get into space and you start playing with these platforms long enough, you get to figure out who's good at what really quickly. So let's try to do this in one shot. So let's just record and brain dump and see what it comes up with. So I need you to make me a landing page for a custom wheels and tire shop. The name of the shop is Florida Customs. This page should have tire inventory. It should have a shopping cart. It should have a checkout flow. It should have a voice assistant that can help a customer select a tire based on size and style. It should also have a vehicle simulator where a customer can get a visual idea of how their vehicle would look with the selected wheels and tires. I want to re-emphasize wheels and tires, as in tires and rims. Do we want anything else? Let's think here. Let's go with that and see what it gives me. Because sometimes, you don't want to overcomplicate it. I've learned with Gemini 3, you just gotta let Google cook, right? If you ever been to a Michelin star restaurant, you don't go back into the kitchen and complain and tell the chef how to cook, right? Do you? I hope you don't do that. You'll be crazy. They're a Michelin star for a reason. And I think that Google is a Michelin star. So let's see. This is a complex request. Yep, that's fine. Let's do it. So this is the output. We're going to tell Google when it's done, we're just going to go for it. This is a complex request. 300 voice, e-commerce backends. That's fine. To provide you with a functional and pressure landing page solution that can run immediately, I have built a half-fidelity single page That's fine. I think that the e-commerce backends, we can kind of have placeholders for that just so he can get the feel about how it works versus having it actually live and connected. But we're going to re-prompt it when this gets done and ask for this because right now it's cooking. So let's go back in here, re-prompt it. I understand that it's a complex request, but I need the design to be as close as possible to the finished products. So maybe if we can just have placeholders for things like the e-commerce backend, we don't necessarily have to have that line at this very moment, but it would be great if we can have some UI in place so the customer gets the feel of how the final web page will look like. And just dump. It doesn't have to be, your prompts don't have to be super technical because I'm not a super duper technical person. Well, I mean, I am. I know a lot of times I know how to do things, I just don't know what they're called. So you don't have to be perfect. Just tell Google what you want and see what happens. She lets me get down to the bottom of this page. There we go. Okay. So we're going to let it go. And when it's done going, we're going to hit here, hit preview, download it, and then open it up. And it should open up into a new window, and we can just really play with the functionality and see what we get. And if we don't like it, we can just come back and do it again. So, yeah, so however this comes out, just let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like, what you would change, and I can take that in consideration when I make part two to this video, which will probably be uploading the actual inventory to the system, contingent on him actually giving it to me on time, so we'll see how that works out. I believe I have a meeting with him tomorrow about this, so we'll see how that works out. So, boom, let's download it. Let's go back here. Oh, this is nice. Okay, Florida Customs. Wheels, tires. Okay, that's fine. It didn't actually do like default simulated pictures, but that's okay. The image you are requesting does not exist or are no longer available. Okay. So let's go back. Make it as close to a finished product as possible. A lot of the images weren't available and a lot of the buttons weren't clickable. Everything should be clickable and functional. We need to also add a dummy product to the site to really simulate what it would feel like to have actual inventory on there. Okay, we're done cooking. We're done baking. Let's download it once again. Wow. Okay, I like this one better. Summer sale. Upgrade your stamps for the customers. Customers. You start the red forest wheels and the stickiest rubber. That is really cool how it came up with that by itself. I think this is going to have trouble. Let's see. Right now, they're just blank white squares. Also, in the simulator, the images aren't working either. The car type doesn't come up, nor does the tire type. And the voice AI agent doesn't respond. It doesn't talk back. It simply just directs me to the inventory page. Trial and error, baby. That's okay. But I don't think I've ever made a page to where I've asked it to simulate something for me on a page. They're more so just been, the ones I've made with this have more so just been a straightforward web page, like company information, very standard stuff. But we're getting a little creative with this one, so we'll get there. Okay, so this is what we were able to come up with. Not too bad. I'll go in and make a couple tweaks. We got a Rolls Royce back there as the image and a Camaro. That's a crazy contrast, but that's pretty cool. Redefine your stance, Florida Customs with the K, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, Tampa. Um, Probably would change this up, but it's cool how they have it now. Let's go. And we have all the placeholders for his tire inventory. Rams tires. Let's see. Okay, these are the tires. These would be the Rams. And this is all. So we will actually, when I actually get his inventory and the images, I can just upload the actual images, and we won't have these placeholders anymore. As far as the simulator, I found out that apparently it's very expensive to get these simulators. So there are companies out there that have these 3D car render models already for subscription. If that's something that he would want to do, we can go through one of those companies, pay for a subscription, and then code the renderings back into his website to, give it that extra pop, that extra value on the customer experience side. But I'm pretty happy what a couple minutes of work got me. I mean, Gemini is great. I even added a voice AI. So let's see. Tell me a little bit about this site.
I can connect you with a human specialist for that specific question. However, I can answer questions about shipping, financing, tire pressure, offset, and warranty right now.
What is offset?
Offset is the distance from the hub mounting surface to the center line of the wheel. Lower offset pushes the wheel out for a wider stance, while higher offset tucks it in.
Okay. Oh man, I'm impressed every time. I've been using it for a couple weeks, and every output, I'm just as amazed as if it's my first time. It really killed this. This is really nice. This is really sharp. So I want to take this prototype back to my friend, back to my boy, see how he likes it. If it's something that he wants to do, we'll make a part two and we'll upload the inventory, and then we'll figure out e-commerce plugins for the back end. And then if he wants to, we'll figure out how to code the virtual garage. I like how they named it virtual garage, even though we're way past fall of 2025. It's about to be 2026, but that's okay. We get the point. It's just a placeholder right now. But yeah, so hey, that's it. That wraps up today's video. Stick around for part two. Let's do it. Thank you.